Hi, and welcome to Little Cabin in the Yukon. I'm Susan. I am currently at our little cabin, which is not our main cabin. It's the little cabin on our property where we first come to when we get here. We have a long 3 to 4 day drive from southern BC where we have our full-time home. And when we get here, we're pretty tuckered out. And this is a good place for us to land and just relax a little bit before we start hauling stuff into the main cabin. Our main cabin is several miles away and is only accessible by ATV or by snow machine in the wintertime. Right now, I am hanging out here while my husband Trev has walked out to the main cabin to bring back one of our quads. He's also going to be bringing back a trailer that we pull behind the quad that we can load up with totes and equipment and other things that we've brought up. So Trev walked out yesterday and will be coming back here tomorrow with the quad and the trailer, and we can start hauling stuff out there. I would have walked with him, but this spring I got plantar fasciitis on my left foot, which has made it really difficult for me to do any kind of distance walking, which is something I enjoyed doing. I'm really hoping that by the time winter arrives and the lake freezes over and I can start doing my 10,000 steps every day on the lake with the dogs, that my foot is going to be better, or at least good enough to be able to do my walking. In the meantime, I am cleaning up the little cabin. It wasn't in too bad a shape. I had to pick up some garbage that a bear got into that we didn't get hauled out to the dump. It got buried in the snow and forgotten about. That happens a lot up here. Things get buried in the snow and you forget that you actually left them there. So I'm just hanging out here for a few days with the dogs and the cat. I have the Starlink set up here, which is the first time we've had a Starlink here, which is kind of neat. We don't usually get a cell signal here. We get one bar out of the main cabin, but nothing here. I have to go up to where the truck is parked before I can get a 3G signal, I think, and I can just barely text up there. But it's nice to be able to stay in contact, especially when I'm here by myself. Trev was texting me this morning, letting me know what kind of condition the cabin is in, and it sounds like it's pretty good, other than a bear broke into our old outhouse, which was the original outhouse from way before we bought this place. It's where we store the leftover fuel that we've brought out here and taken out to the cabin for things like our generator and the skidoo and the ATVs. For some reason, bears are really curious about the smell of gasoline, of fuel. We've had a lot of jerry cans, the gas cans, that were empty or full that were left out, attacked by bears, and they become absolutely useless after that because there's great big bear teeth holes in the gas cans. Instead of using the door, because obviously bears don't know what a door is, he went in through one of the side walls, and he said that the squirrels had got into the cabin and had managed to get into the leftover sunflower seeds that I take up to feed the squirrels and the birds. So they helped themselves to the seeds while we were gone. I don't actually remember if I had the seeds in a big plastic bucket or a tin. I'm thinking it may have been a plastic bucket because they wouldn't have been able to get into a tin. So far, the weather has been really nice. Yesterday was beautiful. Coming up, we had quite a bit of rain and clouds, and we were hoping that we weren't going to be having to do this in the rain, but yesterday was gorgeous. It has clouded over today, but it's not raining. So hopefully we will have some decent weather to get the first load of stuff out to the cabin. It's definitely fall. The leaves are changing color and falling out of the trees. It's really pretty. It's a beautiful time of year up here. We have a lot of work ahead of us before we can settle in for the winter. Unlike at our main cabin, we don't have a Berkey water filter here. So all of the water that we consume has to be boiled. I'll show you the water here. It's actually really nice, clean water until Una runs through it. Thanks, Una. It's a beautiful lake, and if we had our druthers, we would rather have our main cabin on this lake. This lake is just a way nicer lake as far as water goes. It's clean. There are no beaver. There are no muskrat. There are hardly any ducks. They don't stop over here because there's really nothing for them to eat here. Our other lake has fish in it, as well as lots of pond plants that they can nibble on. Some ducks and geese and some swans and loons spend the entire summer at that lake, but they don't seem to do that at this one. But we still do boil the water because the ducks that do come here definitely poop in the water. And then we are safe to drink this water. We've never had any problem consuming this water after we've boiled it. Get over here. Don't bring any bears with you. So after 2 nights by myself here at the little cabin, Trev is back from the main cabin with the quad and the trailer, and he's got the trailer loaded up while I've been busy getting the little cabin closed up and everything that can be damaged by mice or squirrels put away. And I'm ready to head up and join him at our truck. Then we'll be heading off down the trail to the main cabin. So I'm just leaving my car here, parked on our driveway. You want to call it a driveway. It'll keep people from driving up here and being able to get to where the truck is that has all our stuff on it. I have had my car broken into, but not out here. It was out on the road when I didn't have an SUV. It was just a little Yaris, and we couldn't really bring it in here. So everything should be fine there. We've never had any problems leaving stuff here. But there's always the first time, right? Eventually we'll take my car into town and leave it at a friend's place for the winter. It's great being back at the cabin, and this beautiful sunset is a wonderful start to our time here.